So your child received a container with several materials in it, and I wanted to just go over that a little bit so that you understood what that was. Your child's pencil box has a nameplate on it with a numbers chart and reference for the alphabet, left and right, the colors, those types of things. That's actually removable. You can Velcro it on and off so that if your child needs to look at letters while they're writing, that is doesn't just have to stay on the top of the pencil box. When your child opens the pencil box, there are crayons. The little black felt is for your child to use as a dry erase marker when writing on the whiteboard or modified whiteboards that we have. There's a pair of scissors, an eraser. We have 3 small pencils in there because that's to promote proper grip on the pencil. We will move to bigger pencils later, but we start with the small pencils. There's a glue stick in there and a dry erase marker. It's really important if your child hasn't used these items before to make sure that they're using them correctly. We don't want to leave caps off of things and have them dry up. We have a lot of papers and sheet protectors. I didn't show you the name sheet, but we want your child practicing their name every day, writing the letters properly. We normally, when we're physically at school, we spend a lot of time helping your child hold the pencil properly and making sure that they're starting their letters at the top and then coming down. There's a yellow sheet in the container that shows how to form the letters properly. There's a letter sheet and a number sheet that shows them how they can do that. We also have a writing board with the lines, and on the other side it's blank. Those we will use in our Google Meets, and we'll let the kids know. This little baggie has number bond writing on the back of the hundreds chart, and we'll get into number bonds for addition and subtraction. There are little manipulatives in the bag for your child to use for that. There's also a tens frame that can help your child with their math skills, and then we have the counting blocks where 10 of the blocks have odd numbers written on them and 10 of the blocks have even numbers. So when your child puts them in sequential order, they will be odd, even, and showing that pattern as well. And so we'll be using those math manipulatives during our math lessons, and also your child can just play around with those. But I would encourage you to have your child keep those in their baggie and seal that up so that the pieces don't get lost, because we will need them throughout the year. Wonders workbook is something that we will be using during Google Meets, probably not right away, but that should stay in their container. The 3 folders are things that you're going to have your child use during both Google Meet, and that's when they see their teacher, and also during Seesaw, their asynchronous activities. So in the orange folder, we chose orange for kind of other, because it'll be other things that we aren't necessarily deeming in a category, more of a skills folder. So you have some cutting papers in there, and you have some little reading books, and then there's also our sight words. The sight words need to be cut apart, and there are actually more than the 40 sight words that your child is expected to read with automaticity by the end of the year. I would not overwhelm your child and try to have them read all of them and write all of them and spell all of them immediately. We'll start with the word I and then the word can, and we'll gradually add on. Fine if your child knows more and you can add on more, but if your child's struggling, please, we want to keep it fun. But that's something just for you to have to work with them. And you will need to cut those apart and maybe put them in a Ziploc or keep them in the folder or keep them in a place where you can use them conveniently. The yellow folder is full of math items, and we tried to put our math activity papers, I should say, and math lessons. We tried to put those in sequential order. A lot of the math will be done independently, where we have videos that will be shown, and your child will be able to watch the videos and then do the activity and then take a picture of their completed work. That's not to say all the math will be done that way, but when you see it in Seesaw, you will see a photograph of what your child will need, and so you can take that out of the math folder, the yellow folder. The red folder has language arts materials. Day 2 through day 27 of school, we're doing a letter a day. And those activities are on the right side of the folder. On the left side of the folder are activities that your child will do with our aid in Google Meet. So they will be meeting with their teacher and the teacher's aide, and I know we have to learn how to do Google Meet first, but that's the goal. Keep those in order, and you'll see that again the photographs of what they will need, or we will be posting that so that you have that information as well. As far as the folders go, we will be, obviously that's not enough work for however long we're going to be doing distance learning, so we will have pickup times, and we'll let you know which materials will go in which folder so that you can try to keep that organized and make your life a little bit easier. We hope that those materials will help you. So now we're going to go into a quick tutorial of how to use Seesaw, or how to navigate Seesaw. And it seems a little bit overwhelming at first, but it's actually very easy and user-friendly, and don't worry about making mistakes on it. We have the Google Meet link is in the messages for the students, so it's always going to be there. So if, let's say they have a meet that they need to go to at a certain time, they can just click that link from there, and that should take them there. And down here are the different tools. These are actually writing tools here, and at the beginning of the school year, at least your child won't be using these, so they need to be in, click on this hand. If they click on this and then they move it around, you're going to see that they're going to write, so they can click and undo if they don't want to do that. So they want to be on the tool where they're clicking, like as a finger. Up here at the top it says view instructions, so I could click on that, and here are the instructions that somebody could read, but if no one's there we could click play instructions, and the instructions would play. I'm not going to have that right now. I just click the X to get out of that, and then I'm basically going to go through all of these activities throughout the day. They're not meant to be done all at one time. I'm just showing you quickly so that you know how to navigate this. So we have 6 different activities today. Activity number 1, the link is right here, and there are written instructions up here, but obviously the children can't read these, so it says listen, and they can click here, and these instructions will be
click the link to see and listen to the
over here they need to click this link to be read the story, and the little triangle they would click, and they would
Hello and welcome back to another edition of St.
When
Copa.
they're done, they're going to click the X up there at the top so that they can log out of that page, and then they would come back, and the second part of the instructions were to record themselves telling about their favorite part of the story. So I don't look quite lovely right now, but I'm going to show you how to do this. They would click the camera. It would give them the option of photo, video, and upload. We're not uploading anything, so they would click video, and it will do a countdown, or they can click the camera here to record themselves. So they would say, click on the camera and start recording my favorite part of the story, and then they would tell me their favorite part, and when they were done they could click these ending buttons, and then click done up here at the top to submit, and then I will be able to see their responses later. So then I'm going to click the next button here to go to my next activity. If I wanted to take a break, I could take a break, but this is what I'm going to go to my next activity, and it says the directions up at the top, but obviously the kids can't read, so they would click where it says listen. They're going to click on this little triangle.
Click on the link to see the calendar skills for the day.
The directions to click on the link to see the calendar skills. So they would follow the arrow and click on this link. It will open up the calendar skills. They'll click on it, watch it all the way through. If they wanted to watch something again, they could go back and do that. When they're done, they're going to click on the X up here, and we'll take them back. This was just a listening and watching activity. They're going to sing along, hopefully, eventually. Then they go to the next activity. And again, the instructions are at the top, but they can click here to have those read to them.
Click on the link to go to the classroom for the number 1.
To go to the
when
classroom
you're there,
for the number
click
1.
On the different.
So they're going to click and explore. They're clicking here, and this is just an exploratory room, and they can click on the different things here in the number 1 room. I'm not going to go through all of those, but when they're done, they're going to again click on this X to close that tab, and it takes them right back to Seesaw. Then they can click on their next activity, the link for the next activity, And again, the directions are at the top if someone wants to read. If no one's there to read, your child could click here and the directions will be read to them. Then it tells them to watch the video. So they're going to, where it says watch, they're going to come over here and there's a video that tells them what to do. I'm just going to scroll through it really quickly. Your child would actually listen to the whole video and watch. And then your child would get the materials out and complete the activity. Now I need to be able to see what your child has done. So it says they need to take a picture. So they're going to come over here on the camera and hold their completed work up, and they're going to take a photo. And so they have photo icons here that they can click, and it will upload what they've done. And then, oh, that wasn't that great, right? So I want to maybe try that again. So I'm going to click photo and try it one more time. And I'm going to click the button. And that was much better because my teacher will be able to see that. So now that I'm done with that, I can click next, not here, but on the link, and go to the next activity. It says the directions up at the top, but it can be read to them by just clicking on this link. It will read the directions. Click the link to watch the. So it says to click the link. We're doing a lot of watching and learning because this is the beginning of the school year, so we want to learn different safety procedures. So they're going to click here, and they're going to watch the entire scissors safety video. When they're done, they're going to click the link up at the top. And then there's nothing really to complete here. They're going to click on next, and it's the directions again are up at the top. Watch the video, but obviously no one's going to read this to them, or maybe if there's not someone there, they can just click here. It will tell them what to do. Then so after they listen to the directions, they're going to come down here and they're going to watch the video by clicking here. It'll go through the whole thing. They're going to listen and watch. I'm going to scroll through so you can see how it would be. And then when they're done, they're going to get their paper and they're going to complete this. They're going to get their paper out of their orange folder. And after they've completed their activity, I need to see that so that they can be graded or counted proper for that. So they're going to click the photo button and then click here where it says photo. And they're going to take a picture, make sure that they like it. Oh, that looks pretty good. My teacher can see that. If they don't like it, oh, because they were covering that flower, they maybe want to take another picture so they can come back, click the photo, and they can do it again. Oh, that looks better. So I like that. And there's no other activity. So when they're done with all of their activities, they're going to come up here and click this green check mark because that submits it so that it will go into their journal. And then I can see what they've done and I can make comments and they can hear my audio comments. The next day, when we come back in, there'll be another group of activities for them to do. These activities are not meant to do it all in one sitting. They can take breaks, of course, and you can do it at different times, but they need to complete all of the activities before clicking the green check mark. The green check mark submits their work, so it uploads it, and that's how you use it.